Welcome back, participants. Hope you had hot tea and that refreshed your mind well. So we'll now be resuming with the session 4 of day 5, and the hands-on activity that we have planned for today basically involves putting to actual application the skills that we have developed through Manju ma'am's session in the right before tea. So we'll be sharing the activity. So just one second. I hope our screen is visible to everybody. If anybody of the online participants can come in and tell me, or maybe, okay, Yogeshwan, thank you. So the activity that we have designed is we'll be sharing this on the WhatsApp group also. But broadly speaking, the activity is that you're being put into the shoes of policymakers and you're donning their hats now, and you will again be working into groups. But within the group, you'll be assigned a domain. So let's say you could be working in the healthcare or the education sector or something else. And as policy makers in that group, your idea is to actually make a mini framework for ethical AI in governance for that particular sector. When we say mini framework, you must consider four core aspects, namely values, risks, guiding principles, and safeguards. So you make a broad framework within which you must cover these four aspects. Repeating them again: values, risks, guiding principles, and safeguards. Manju ma'am has previously talked at length about all of these four aspects, and our session has given us insight into all of them. And now, we should try and develop those skills by actually putting them to hands-on test. So we'll share these on the groups, and now we'll break out into sessions. If anybody has any questions with regards to the activity, please post them in the chat box or let us know. I hope the activity is clear. Great. So we'll be receiving an invite to join a breakout room. Please accept the same. Ma'am, you're on mute actually.
If there is any question, simple or difficult or complex, you just raise hand or you write on this so that this practice. See, you have to visualize as any of the stakeholder and just think in that terms how it is going to, what condition, what principle should be there.
Right. If anybody has any questions with regards to ma'am's session also, they can also post them on the chat box right now.
Okay, so you are breaking, like you're making groups or it's already there?
Ma'am, they are making the breakout groups. They will receive the invites.
Okay. So you have to accept the invite and accordingly join that group. Because when we know about ethicality and we know what are the harms and we know about like how it should be governed, um, so it's very easy to, you try to understand the whole narratives, like how you feel that governance, which governance aspect should be there in the framework.
Hi, participants of breakout session 2. I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Into hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Which group is mine? Two.
Ma'am, we'll just assign you one of the groups. Maybe you can also
I think
switch
I
around
was.
the groups.
No, I was
Yes.
there in one group where Vartika and Bhadresh was there.
Okay, ma'am. We'll just reassign.
Priti, Virendra Kumar, Wrinkle, Reena, please join your breakout sessions. Ayush, Sonia, Krunal, Monica Saini, please respond. Reena, Virendra Kumar, Ayush, Wrinkle, Monica, Dhriti,
Krunal,
please join your breakout sessions. In case of inquiry, please post them in the chat box.
Welcome back, participants. Hope the activity was learning for you. So we'll now begin with the presentations. Can we have breakout session group 1 members here to present their solution? Shilpa and Mehak, I think you were part of the group 1.
Shilpa ma'am, are you there?
She has texted that she will join in 5 minutes. Okay, can we have group 2? Breakout room group 2?
Yes, we can present.
We are there, madam. Yeah.
Okay, please start by introducing yourselves as well as your group. And if any of you can turn on your cameras, that would also be great. So you can introduce yourself, and then you can also introduce what your domain was, and then your solution, please.
No.
Is the presentation visible?
Yes.
So, good evening, everyone. We are group 2, and in this we were there were 4 members, but Bhadresh Kumar, Vratika, Yogeshwaran sir, and Satyendra sir. So our topic was focused on educational framework, and Satyendra will be starting from value aspect of the presentation. Satyendra, you can start on your aspect. I've projected it.
Yeah, Satyendra is here.
Ma'am, I covered existing frameworks available on internet and asked Perplexity to give me a broader outline for value part. It gave me 8 bullet points, which I am going to elaborate. First bullet point speaks about the increasing the access of educational accessibility for learners who are disadvantaged. Sorry, the first point is about AI enables fair and personalized learning by adapting content and pace to individual students, making education more relevant and effective for each learner. The second point talks about data-driven insight from AI-powered analytics can help educators track progress, identify strengths and weaknesses, and intervene early to boost student achievement. The third point talks about AI tools break down barriers, increasing educational accessibility for learners who are disadvantaged, differently abled, or in remote locations, helping build an inclusive classroom. Next point speaks about by automating routine tasks and providing smart classroom assistance. AI allows teachers to focus more on mentorship, creativity, and personalized support rather than being replaced. Next point speaks about continuous monitoring and targeted feedback, which can spot students struggling in real time and recommend specific intervention for improved outcome. The next part speaks about AI education, fostering digital and AI literacy, preparing students and teachers to safely and responsibly navigate technology in lifelong learning. Second last point speaks about local norms and cultural values are respected by customizing AI implementation to fit community context and uphold integrity in learning. And the last point speaks about privacy, where student data privacy is prioritized at every stage, ensuring ethical collection, storage, and use of information for learning without compromising security. Then these were the 8 bullet points, which I uh, aggregated through Perplexity after using the existing frameworks available on education. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll be covering the point 2, that is risk related to AI in education. So the first risk will be bias and discrimination in assessments, because major AI models are trained on global data sets, which often reflect Western culture and linguistic norms. So for specifically for Indian students speaking regional languages, dialects, strong accents risk misclassification, especially in the automated evaluation systems. Second would be access to surveillance and privacy violations. If we talk about automated proctoring during high-stake exams like NEET, JEE, UPSC, it could create undue stress for students already facing the immense exam pressure. And rural students who may not have stable electricity or internet may get unfairly flagged for a suspicious behavior due to maybe camera freezing or disconnection. Point third would be reduced teacher oversight and over-reliance on AI. If I talk about India, India already faces a shortage of qualified teachers, especially in rural and tribal areas. Over-reliance on AI tutors may tempt policymakers to view them as a substitutes rather than supplements. So, reducing further investment in teacher capacity. And next point that I want to cover will be the data misuse and commercial exploitation, because tech sectors like an academy or maybe the other techies uh, who they heavily collect the student data for personalization. However, because of the opaque data policy, risk uh, there is a risk for targeting students with aggressive marketing of courses or maybe of education loans. Last but not the least, digital divide, and definitely the problem of unequal access. If I talk about the basic assumption of having stable internet and digital devices, it itself is a big assumption to make, especially in context of a developing country like India, where people still lack the access to smartphones or even reliable electricity. That's all from my end.
So I'll be taking on the third aspect, the guiding principles. So what we have done is we have structured into four guiding principles: transparency, accountability, privacy by design, empowerment. We'll be explaining by through an example. So the goal of the design is to improve student writing without compromising fairness, privacy, or human oversight. First, transparency. Our AI uses explainable AI. It doesn't just say a sentence is unclear. It gives a reason, like this subject is vague. Consider clarifying the agent. A teacher can also see a dashboard that shows the exact linguistic pattern the AI identified. This builds trust and helps everyone understand the AI's logic. Next, accountability. We have a clear policy. The AI provider is accountable for regular bias audits. The school's IT team is responsible for security. Critically, every piece of feedback the
I'm
AI
sorry
gives.
to cut in between. Can you please wrap up in next 2 minutes? We are short on time. We have to wrap up the session by 4:30.
Okay, yes. Critically, every piece of the feedback is logged with the timestamp. So when parents ask whether how ward got this little marks or whatever, they can be traced back with this logged data. And in privacy also, the data of individuals can be codified and will not be accessible even to the tutors, neither to the students. So it will be the privacy of an individual, particular individual will not be openly accessible, but only the traces of what exactly they are making mistakes, that will be accessible for the teachers to mark upon. Lastly, the empowerment and human in the loop. The teacher will be the last one to call on how the student is to score, how exactly it is scoring. Even it flags, the AI flags that something is to be scored less, but the teacher can take the final call on the writing style, and that's how the human in the loop stays active in the principle. Yes. So coming to the fourth aspect.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Yogeshwaran. I'm working in Tata Communication as an enterprise architect. So I'll be covering on the safeguard, the framework. So this has three major points. One is a fairness and bias mitigation. Second is a privacy and data security. Third is accountability. If I talk about bias mitigation, so whatever software which we are developing for the grading system, so that should go through a independent auditing process on periodically, so that we can ensure that the software is producing the reasonable results. So also regarding the fairness, the system should be equally available to all the students, which including the hardware and the software. So second is the privacy and data security. So the system should collect the required data, so either from parents as well students. Okay, so the same way, whatever the data retention, so post graduation they have to delete those data in a periodic manner. So that is a best practices with respect to the data security and the privacy. Third one will be the accountability. So whoever that creating that software, that should have transparency, accountability, and fairness. So the grade-based system should be explainable. Okay, if any student or parents they challenges, so we should be in a position to explain the results. So the third one, there should be a mechanism, from human review. So whatever the final decision which we are publishing, better to have human eye checked and published. That's final verdict from here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, team two. Team one, do you want to pitch in back now? Let's quickly do your presentation now.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. I'll just share my screen. Am I audible?
Yes, please. Please start by introducing very briefly your group and then what was the problem that you were dealing with.
So we were two members here, me and Mehak. Mehak, I think, is physically present there in the session.
Yes.
So I'll just share my screen and simultaneously introduce the problem we were dealing with.
Absolutely.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
So we were given the healthcare sector. So imagine being part of the Ministry of Health, and there is a big way in which AI-driven diagnostic tools, telemedicine, and platforms are changing things here. So these
Shilpa,
innovations.
can you zoom it a little bit?
Sure, ma'am.
Otherwise, continue. No problem.
No,
That
I'll
is good.
just zoom it. I'm unable to find the option if somebody can assist. Okay, yeah, I found
It's on the yeah.
better.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So in the healthcare, so there are quite a few disruptions, I'll call, that we are observing. So in terms of innovation, they are promising faster and cheaper diagnostics, but at the same time, there are reports of wrong diagnosis, privacy breaches, and lack of accountability. So we were supposed to design a mini framework in respect of this to make the system more safe, fair, and trustworthy. So we have defined some, as we have discussed in this workshop, that there need to be some core values which have to be foundational to any AI tool being used. So equity, fairness, transparency, accountability being the foremost, because we are dealing with the health of individuals, and any wrong diagnosis may actually cost humongously to the person. So these have to be the foundational commitments. Then there are quite a few risks to be observed here, like misdiagnosis, identification, or the wrong case being identified, no disease being identified as being diagnosed as being infected with the disease. Then there are security risks, like personal information of individuals being revealed, and then some systematic and regulatory risks also. there are few policy level rules which I would like to focus more on, because that will constitute the main framework part. So I'll just come from the broader aspect first. So first is the recommendation in terms of a multidisciplinary council, which has experts from medicine, technology, ethics, and law who can come together at the national level to set up an apex body which can look at national standards and continuously updating those regulations, keeping pace with the advancements that are happening on the technological front. Number one. Then, second thing I would like to mention over here is at the hospital or the organization level, there needs to be an AI governance board wherein which has the authority and all authority as well as the accountability can be established, where who can be held accountable in terms of all the actions being taken um, with the help of AI tools in case anything goes wrong. So that is to establish clear rules of the game. That's the second part. Then when it comes to the tool part, whether the tool is a certified tool or not is the next important part. Like we have certain prescription standards, so a mandatory AI tool certification. All the diagnostic and treatment tools must have that mandatory process, must undergo that similar process. And as highlighted by previous group as well, there needs to be a necessary human intervention. So it must be run through a qualified human professional who can just look at the authenticity of the report and establish its final outcome, because the costs in this case can be humongous. So this step cannot be missed in case of healthcare. Then there needs to be a mandatory disclosure in terms of what is the process running at the back end of the AI model, which can be explained easily, and what is leading to that decision making. So these are few steps. And then in addition to that, what could be the risk proportionate control, so that we can have an understanding of whenever what is the possibility of going wrong. So the doctors as well as the patients are aware of that, aware of that process. Then I would like to come to the safeguards part now. So there are some technical safeguards, like pre-deployment, some trials need to be run, a robustness check need to be done. And of course we should be quick enough to upgrade with the technology, and even the rollback should also be quicker, because this can have quite a deep impact in the market. And then organizational safeguards, as I've already discussed about the AI governance board. Then there needs to be periodic external audits. Like I said, AI council at the national level may be entrusted with this task of conducting periodic audits for safety, fairness, and security of these softwares or tools being used by in the healthcare industry. And the last one is important in terms of insurance onboarding, because eventually a lot of medical claims are going to insurance. So how that is going to be incorporated will be the next challenge that we look forward to. And Mehak, please feel free to add anything that I might have overlooked.
Team one, is that it? Do you want to add on anything?
That's it from my side. I'm not sure if Mehak wants to add anything.
I think ma'am has covered all the material very comprehensive manner, and we have already prepared this all point wise. So I think this is done from our team side.
Very good. Yeah, it's very
you.
comprehensive. Included everything. Yeah.
Team
Yes.
3, breakout session 3.
Who are there? Who all are there?
This group
Prerna?
had
Prerna is there?
Nakul?
Prerna,
Nakul?
and Professor Vasuja Devi.
Hello. Prerna told me that he has
Prerna?
to leave because of some meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yeah, Nakul,
who
do you
else?
want to come in?
Sure, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Come. Are you presenting, Nakul?
Ma'am, I have to share my screen, but I can't.
Try.
Ma'am, I am unable to share my screen.
Okay, just hold on.
I'm
You
I'm
have
using
the
I'm using in my mobile.
Nidhi, can you check it?
share now.
Yeah.
You can you can send it us to on the WhatsApp group. Send it to us on the WhatsApp group. We'll share it.
Do you get the permission? Nakul, Nidhi, have you
The
given
permission is there with everybody, ma'am, already.
everybody to share?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then,
Nakul, you can
Nakul,
put it on the WhatsApp group, like I said. We'll share this.
Okay, ma'am.
do you get it?
Not yet,
Nidhi?
ma'am.
Nakul, hello. Are you there?
Professor Vasuja Devi was also in the same group, if we remember correctly. Okay, you have sent the link. Just sharing. We're just sharing the screen. Meanwhile, Nakul, you can introduce your group and what was the domain that you were dealing with.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nakul, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm assistant professor in RECB, Rajkot Engineering College, Bijnor.
Bijnor.
Today, I'm going to represent a mini framework. I suggested a name for that, FAIR A, for welfare AI.
Very nice.
Here, because I named it as a FAIR A because
Sorry, just to
I
come in, is
can't.
that screen visible?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Okay, please continue. Sorry.
Because, ma'am, I have elaborated 5 major expected related to this issue. First is fairness and bias mitigation. In these type of basically, it has a
concept related to statistical methods that are belongs to the people's related they are related to different age groups, and the different color screens, and other demographic areas. We can make a system that is based on that particular conditions, and we can use synthetic oversampling and reweighting to correct data imbalance across region, caste, and genders. After that, we can run different periodic bias audits with both automated tools related shown as Fairlearn or Equitas, and we can hire some domain expert for that.
Mm.
And second issue is accessibility and inclusive design. In it, we can co-create user journeys with grassroots stakeholders and field workers and some NGOs that are keen to work with the idea, with the idea
Yes.
that focus on government and people and the organization related to that specific field. And we can offer multilingual, low bandwidth interfaces like SMS, voice bots, alongside web portals. After doing that, we can conduct usability tests in rural and urban settings to refine workflow and notifications. My third aspect related to that framework is interpretability and transparency. This can be achieved by publish model cards and data sheets that document training data provenance, feature importance, and error rates. Means that by reducing errors or by making a system that can generate or that can reduce biases related biases generally come from the accuracy of a system, and after that expose detection explanation via sample rule summarize and counter facial examples. We can provide some training sessions and like awareness sessions to the peoples and to different organizations. The next aspect is readdress and human in the loop. In this aspect, we can flag high risk decisions like benefit denials. Means by we see that in an organization we face some issues related to making decision for a proper rule, for a proper system generation. We can flag flag high risk decision like some authorized person can make a decision particularly for a related domain, for a geographical location. We can review it and maintain a clear standardized grievance portal with auto assigned case IDs and SLA driven response time. By doing so, we can generate feedbacks from different type of users, and by taking feedbacks from the citizens, I'm talking users, a citizen. We can take feedback from different users or different citizens. By retrieving or by gaining feedback from these peoples, we can improve or enhance our system and empower an independent investigation related to this system. By doing, we can enhance or we can remove errors, future errors, or we can make a system more redundant. After, my next point is accountability and continuous audit. In it, we can commission quarterly third-party impact assessment covering fairness, accuracy, and social harm matrices. And it can be done using different type of expert in a quick or in a time given framework. We can publish audit summaries, corrective actions, status board in an open data formats like CSV, JSON for other for future related model development or future related tasks. And we can define
Nakul,
contractual level.
can you brief it? Conclude it?
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
That's my point. That's my view.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it over?
Yes, ma'am. I think so.
Thank you. Good attempt.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all participants for your mini frameworks. I think it has given us a very broad idea, a very comprehensive idea of actually putting to use how the principles of ethical AI can be introduced by policymakers. Ma'am, is there anything that you would like to add?
Oh, it's fine. I think I'm happy, like the way people are using all the learning shared by the experts. So it's very like thanks to all. I think we can conclude now. And about the quiz and all, will you announce tomorrow?
Yes, so the quiz is live on the platform, the Canvas LMS platform. The link and the updates have been shared on the WhatsApp group. So participants, the quiz is due until day 21st, the end of day of 21st September, which is day after tomorrow. And that is very essential for receiving a certificate. So please make sure it's just a 30-minute and 25 question MCQ kind of quiz. So please complete that. And that wraps up our day 5 of the program. Tomorrow we will be having more enriching sessions. Surabhi will be continuing her session on how educators and how in the classroom AI can be utilized for maximum efficiency. And in the second half, we'll be having another expert, CSE expert from academia, Dr. Mahipal, who will be diving deep into how prompts are engineered and custom GPTs can be used so as to enhance our usage of AI. So that's it from day 5. Signing off.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Good
you.
day. Take care. Take care.